Usually, actually, let me turn this down. All right, so I wanted to spark up this live because I want to address a few things. Actually, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta set the right move for it. Okay, are you kidding me? What is going on, bro? Bro. Bro. Come on, gang. Got me looking crazy. I just want to address the elephant in the room. Um, my camera quality. It's kind of trash. Yeah, it's definitely going down quite a bit. I thought no one noticed. I thought no one was gonna ever call it out until my last video. Someone said, "Great videos, but the lag between the audio and the camera is kind of distracting." And I said, you know what? I already been thinking that. I know. I've been trying to deal with it without having to purchase a new camera, but it just, it can't be done. So, I bought a new camera. $1,200. $1,200 on a camera to fix that issue. So I know everyone's not gonna stay in here live. I know everyone has something to do with Sunday. It's Mother's Day. What am I doing? Sparking up a stream on Mother's Day. My mom is in Vegas. I live in Texas, so I wasn't doing anything anyways. So I got a new camera. So I wanted to address that because I want to say that issue really took place maybe, man, I think I really started to notice like the camera quality because y'all watch the videos, I edit them. Edits take a cool little minute. I'm not doing no crazy VR. Like I still edit the video. I try to sync up the audio. Like I think I've been dealing with this now for about, I think I noticed it heavily like towards the end of last year, like in December. I started to notice like there was something wrong with my camera quality because like I've had this camera since 2021, I believe. That's when I was living in the studio. It was either at the beginning of 2022 or it was 2021. But nonetheless, I bought that camera. I've had it since then. I mean, it's literally gotten me this far with the Sony Zeus. And there's the thing that pisses me off. Hold on. I have to add some background music. All right. The thing that pisses me off about this camera, I haven't done anything to it other than just record videos. Haven't like exposed it to water, haven't dropped it like super crazy. Like it's still in good condition. It turns on and everything. Like it just out of nowhere, one day it decided to say, I'm not showing up to work no more. You got to do something about that. So again, I want to address that because I've been dealing with it and I've been noticing the camera quality for like the past couple months and people still been tuning in, so that's great. But I think the push for me to actually buy this new camera was because someone decided to call it out on the YouTube video. And I really don't feel bad about it because I was playing the waiting game of like, is anyone gonna call it out? and no one literally from January up until now has called it out. And somebody's finally called it out. So new camera on the way, better quality on the way. The camera that I did get, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted on Instagram on like the two cameras I was deciding between. I ended up going with the DJI. I keep wanting to call it the DG, like the DIJ something like, but it's the DJI. Everything that it's. Listen, when y'all watch my videos, like doing something live is hard for me because like when I record a video in my apartment, I'm able to take out the brain farts. I'm able to take out the blank moments. Like there's some videos where like I'll be talking and then I'll just go mute. And I'm like, okay, let me get back on it. Like that's the stuff that y'all don't see, but like there are so many times like just recording a video, whether it be a sneaker review, a recent pickup, like actually I'm pretty good with call talks. Like when I'm like exchanging and like conversing with somebody, it's not that bad. But like when I'm like trying to get my thoughts together on like, you know, how do I feel about a sneaker or like stuff like that, I tend to be like, oh, what was I trying to say? What point was I trying to get across? Now I'm over here like, what was I just yapping about? That's another thing someone called out on like one of my videos. They were like, this video didn't need to be 12 minutes. Listen, I don't ever plan for a video to be long. Trust me, I don't want to edit a 30-minute video. It just, when the camera turn on, I get to talking, bro. I get to talking. I get to speaking. So it just be happening by accident, bro. I don't really be trying to do that, but it happens. I actually kind of like this though. This is pretty chill because I don't have to like, you know, I'm just like talking to y'all. So again, as I wrap up this first portion of this video, or the first portion of this like live, new camera is on the way. It said it should be here in like a week and a half. Hopefully when like the week kicks off tomorrow, I will get an update saying like, oh, that, you know, that date has changed. But I think there's only going to be one more video that I need to record on this current camera, the Sony camera. There's only one more video that I need to record before it's done. So y'all gonna have to put up with another kind of choppy video. And I'm gonna record it so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I mean, obviously, it may not be a big issue to some people. But like when I get the new camera, I'm gonna record a video side by side so y'all can see like what I was dealing with. And like when I record, oh, I'm yapping, bro. Jesus. So when I record, the camera is like this. So as I'm recording, I'm looking at myself recording and I can see the blur. So y'all can only imagine, bro, if y'all are noticing the camera quality looking like dirt. Imagine standing in front of the camera, talking to the camera, and then you look at yourself in the camera and you see it. So not only do I see it recording, I see it when I edit it, and I see it when I appreciate that. I see it when I rewatch the video after I export it to make sure things are okay. So yeah, nah, bro. It's been a journey. I've been putting off buying a new camera because listen. I really do be yapping. In your life, yes, I'm talking to you. In your life, when you feel like you just got out of a situation, whether it be like paying off something, you know, something like, for example, a car. Like, so just imagine you had a $2,000 fine on your car and you just got out of paying that fine. Doesn't it feel like sometimes like something else comes right in the way just to mess that up? Like, you just paid off the car, but now something wrong with your apartment, you need to pay for it. Or like something's wrong with your, you know, camera, or something's wrong with your computer, and now you got to fix that issue. So like you literally got out of, you know, the whole of this one situation and then dug yourself another one. That's what life be feeling like sometimes, bro. Sometimes in my life, like I'll come out of a situation and I'm like, whew, finally. And then like a new fighter show up, like, okay, like now it's my turn. Like, bro, it's always something, bro. It's always something. And like I will say I've gotten better at, you know, dealing with things as they come. Younger me, like in college or like early adulthood, I would have just crumble. I would just like, you know, go in a spiral and like lose my mind for, you know, a day or two trying to figure out how I'm gonna get out of the situation. But literally this last week on Wednesday, I'm driving to the gym, 5 a.m. in the morning, driving to the gym. Car breaks down on the freeway. Car breaks down on the freeway. And then I have to wait 3 hours for the tow company to pick me up and take me to Firestone. Show up at Firestone, they run a diagnostic on my car. $1,900. Yeah, no, bro. Life be crazy sometimes. So yeah, no, it's been, you know, and I don't necessarily always like, which I do like lives because like I could kind of just freeform and like talk and like, you know, get whatever I'm trying to say out. I don't really talk too much about my personal life just because like there are certain things I just want to stay behind, you know, in my apartment when the camera's not on. But I feel like I should just because like I'm not happy all the times. And I feel like happy is such a word that's like a, you know, it's like a fictitious word. I feel like happiness and sadness are like on a balance beam and they're both like doing this. So just because I'm not happy one day doesn't mean like my sadness is like outweighing it completely. Like happiness and sadness could be right here. And then one day it could just be like this. So I may not be happy, but like the sadness isn't like all the way down here. It's like, you know what I mean? So this past week, man, I was like, even though I didn't like spiral, I was just like, okay, I need to figure out how to get this all together. And shout out to all, shout out to all my followers who are financially stable and who are consistent with buying things off me on Instagram because, listen, I need some money, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Car, new camera, that stuff costs money. It don't grow on trees, goddammit. Somebody bought that Haven Court jacket off me. No questions. First offer, $400. Hey, my guy. Shout out to that dude. Because that dude is obviously financially stable. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I don't even know like how that tangent even happened. I do in this video also want to talk about 5 things in my apartment that like I just love. Like these are like things that like, you know, no matter, you know, what stage in life I am, whether it be, you know, when I enter my 30s in 2 years, in my 40s and my 50s, like these items are always going to stay in my vicinity just because like they just are certain things that I just really like. First, number one, this Cause doll right here. This is just like, and I have his book too. I feel like a lot of people's intro into like streetwear and then like, you know, I feel like there's a bleed into like art when you get really into streetwear, whether it be like through Virgil and like other people like that. But this is like one of those people, I believe his name is Brian. First name is Brian. Last name, I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm not going to butcher his last name. But this book kind of put me on to like, you know, his street art, like when he was tagging bus stops, when he was tagging buildings and all that. And a lot of artists that like are kind of like really big now started off at like doing tag art. So like tagging buildings, going to like billboards and bridges and all that. But again, bringing it back to this piece, this thing is like always gonna stay with me. I got it as a birthday gift last year. And it's just like I like little knickknacks. My whole apartment is full of like just like little knickknacks like this, Funkos. Um, I really like the cereal series from Ron English. So like I'm definitely gonna be one of those people that have like, when I get my house eventually, um, I'm just gonna have a dedicated room for just like all the stuff that I keep on my shelf. But yeah, the first item for sure. This thing is always. I want more things from Cause too. Like they had that mount random Legos. See, Legos. I saw people like really get into Legos like 2023. I want to say it may be earlier than that, like 2022, when people was like buying like the flower bouquets and people were buying. Um, there's one other thing. What is that? I can't think of it right now. But I have seen an influx of people, especially like within my age demographic. Because like when you think of Legos, I think like being a kid and like parents stepping on them, they mad at you because you got your Legos all over the floor. But I've seen an influx of people buying Legos and like even just doing puzzles too. Like I'm starting to see like people just like indulge in things that like would be deemed childish, I guess. James are my favorite artists. I collect a ton of collectibles and physical. I've never heard of James. Hold on, what's that name? James Jean? I ain't never heard of that one. Oh, Taiwanese? Is that who you're talking about? Whoever. I mean, this obviously is an artist. This stuff is clean. Oh, that's fire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot where I was going. I'm glad I know who this is because it's like looking at this Google search of his work is crazy. A lot of colors. It almost kind of has like, even though it's very different, I think the thing that my mind associates with it quickly is like Murakami's work. Very vibrant in colors, very abstract. Um, yeah, nah, his stuff is crazy. Like, I don't know if I don't even want to take my phone off. I don't want to mess it up in any capacity. But yeah, nah, that's a good plug. Nah, shout out to you because I've never heard of that artist before. Moving on to item number 2. Now, I know I said this is necessarily not about like clothes or sneakers, but I don't really view this shoe so much as like a wearing shoe. It's definitely something that I just like, staying in the same vein of like Cause. These shoes, like these are on my book stand right here. Like these are just always gonna be in display in some capacity. These are never gonna be put in a closet, in a box, put away, never to be seen again. These shoes are forever going to be on display in whatever home I live in some capacity. This is just like when I think about when I got into like sneakers heavy, because I've always been into sneakers. Sneaker culture and like just streetwear culture, like growing up, was just like entrenched in my blood. Like, even if you're not really into streetwear or into sneakers, just growing up where I grew up in the Bay Area, like you were like aware of what was going on. Like I remember rocking LeBrons in high school. Um, Again, I was rocking New Balances back in high school. Even in middle school, I was rocking like Reeboks and stuff. Like I've always been aware of what was going on. I didn't really get heavy into it where I'm like, looking at artists and really getting developed into like, what my channel is now. But like, you see what I mean? I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. basically I'm saying like I didn't really get heavy into like, you know, streetwear like I am now until like after college. Because before I graduated college, bro, I was rocking a suit every day. Believe it or not, I was rocking a suit every day, bro. For no reason, bro. Like I thought I was gonna be working at Goldman Sachs, fucking JP Morgan, or like working at, you know, some corporate building. Like that's where I thought my life was gonna go. Um, and I just couldn't do it anymore. That's why I harp so much on like comfortability now and being able to wear what I want to wear now, just because like I lived that life, bro. In college, I was the president of my fraternity. I was in club organizations, like, and I always was in a suit or I was in business casual. I had a bunch of polos, slacks. I had maybe 6 to 7 suits. Like, bro, I was burnt out on that shit. I'm keeping a buck, bro. I commend anybody who can do that because I just can't do that, bro. Can't do it. It's like, and I know like I wasn't wearing like the most tailored suits for my body, but like at the end of the day, bro, that's like a button-up shirt, a coat over it, some slacks, some fucking somebody give me a shoe company that makes dressy shoes. I can't think of none. Cole Haan. Like I was rocking Cole Haans. Yeah. D9 for sure. Um, but yeah, like that life was just not me, bro. Like it's just like I never felt like I was really being like my true self. I always feel like I was almost putting on like the image that people want to see me in. So like I'm really glad I graduated college at the time that I did. I graduated college December 19th or December 20th. December 19th of 2019. So literally so the plan was, let's talk about life. The plan was graduate college. Life is good now. Get a good job, start paying off your student loans, get an apartment, you know, start building your life. So I graduated college and I had a job offer when I graduated college that was actually gonna pay me pretty decently coming right out of college. But like the job that I was gonna get, I just wasn't happy with it. Like I know I could have did it because I had did an internship, you know, with this company. But like my happiness, I like even like being as young as I was at the time when I made that decision, I was like, am I really about to sacrifice my happiness just to like make some decent money coming out of college? Or should like, do I want to like really figure out what I want to do? And I turned that job offer down and I went home with no job. No job at all. I went home with no job. And the plan was to like within like me moving back home in December, going into January, into February and March, the plan was to find a job in that time frame. And guess what happened in March of 2020? A fucking world crash. So literally not only like it's really only 2 months of me being graduated from college when everything in the entire world, and I was living in California, bro, everything shut down. I couldn't go see family, couldn't kick it with friends. You know, people weren't hiring. Like I got furloughed. I got furloughed from my job in March 16th at the time. I got furloughed from my job and they were like, we don't know when you're gonna come back. So literally I was sitting at home. And it's just crazy how life works because then that's when I started posting on social media. So literally got furloughed from my job in March. I'm sitting at home. We thought it was only gonna be 2 weeks and everybody could go back to living how they wanna live, but then they said a month. So I'm just sitting at home doing nothing, can't do anything, can't do shit. Like I'm really sick, bro. Like I'm a person, I like going outside, I like interacting with people. I like, you know, when you cut that off, it's like, damn, like what the fuck? Um, and then I remember the first fit. The first fit, I went outside because I was like, I need to get out the house in some capacity. I took a chair from the kitchen in my mom's house. I took a water bottle, leaned the phone up against the water bottle, stood in front of the garage and took the picture. Literally, the rest is history, bro. And I'm not even saying I made it. Like, trust me, I'm not there yet. But it's just crazy how, stuff kind of works out. Cause like now, you know, I do what I do on social media, but then I also, work for a company doing marketing. And I would have never been able to get into marketing had I not just been posting on social media, promoting myself and being able to use that as a way to be like, listen, like, look what I can do if you know what I mean? I ventured off. So that's number 2, something that's always gonna stay in my house. Number 3. The Mac, man. Listen, this is one of those things. And somebody, watching this, if you're not on this live, and you're watching the VOD, you may not understand, you may not get it. You may not get it on why this will always travel with me. But like being from the Bay Area and growing up in a time where I was able to see the magnitude of Mac Dre growing up, bro. Like I remember when I saw this vinyl in a store out here in Austin, I stopped everything I was doing. I was going to an event, I was meeting up with some friends, but there was this vinyl shop right next to the place. And I went in there and I was like, I need to get that, bro. Like, this is just, and then I think the thing that makes it dope about vinyls, like, this is just crazy. This is just wild. And like the songs on here, on this album, bro, I've just heard them my entire life. Like, he's really from the Bay Area. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna say it every time. Like, these songs have like they get a visceral reaction out of me if I hear them out in public. Like, I'm that friend that like, if this song come on, I'm about to act the ass. So if you don't want to be associated with me when this song come on, you might want to move because things go get wicked. But yeah, this is one of those things. I got it propped up over here on display. I have other vinyls too, really. Hold on. Tight shit. Hold on. Hey. Like, I got a pretty decent stack of vinyls. Got the Mac. Gotta get, like, come on now. Now, I'm gonna give y'all some real game. There is a vinyl that I'm on the search for. Actually, I really like lives. I might start going live way more often. I actually fuck with this. There is a MF Doom vinyl that I am on the search for. I seen one online, but I want to say the dude was in Korea, and I didn't really trust that just because, like, once it starts getting too far, I don't know if like that's a real product. I don't know if like you're actually selling me that actual thing. But there's an MF Doom vinyl, Danger Mouse. Needed. Bill Withers. I'm gonna go through these quick. Smokey Robinson. I can't really show the front of this one, but Richard Pryor, one of the greatest comedians of all time. Quincy Jones. And people be hating on Jaden, but this tape is actually fire. Jaden actually was sliding on this. Like, it's just good music. Everything ain't gotta be, off the wall. Everybody ain't gotta be dying in the intro of an album. Like, this is actually a very solid album, start to finish. Like, it's like feel good music. Al Green, of course. Got Nas, one of the greatest rappers of all time. He's probably my top favorite rapper of all time. We got Teddy. We got that Questionable Man, The Temptations, Bobby Womack, Earth, Wind and Fire, another Nas. I actually found this one at a Goodwill, and there's a song on here that's at the end of the movie Baby Boy. What am I even trying to guess? Literally, it's a song at the end of the movie Baby Boy, if you ever seen the movie Baby Boy. And that's the sole reason I got this. I just thought it was crazy that I found it at Goodwill. I think it was like, it was $2.49. And we got the man, the myth, the legend himself, man. You can't have a vinyl collection without Keith Sweat, bro. And then the ultimate GOAT, Marvin Gaye. But yeah, that all started with Mac Dre. This is definitely one of those things, like one of my favorite things in my house. It's on display in my crib. It kind of just bring up like the mood in the crib, honestly. All the crazy colors, the vibrant colors, like it just adds a little, a vibe to it. Ooh. Type shit. I know I said 5, but I might have been lying, honestly. I can't really think of like, there's like other little stuff in my crib. Like I like reading. So I have a bunch of manga. I have a bunch of just books that I've read. And like that's something I'm always gonna have in my house, but I think that's really like it for real. There are some things I do want to talk about in here too. That the Nike Air Force Ones. Oh yeah, not for sure. That album is like, I think he gets a bad rap because like, that family have a lot of interesting dynamics. And also just being like a kid of nepotism, like people kind of like jade you. And like Will Smith wasn't really like even though he has like that one song that probably will get played, like he's not really like an artist for real. So like I think people kind of like cast that upon Jaden, but like Sire, fire, bro. I'm not even like, and I want to say he had another album where I did like a majority of the songs. That's another thing I want to bring up. I be bouncing from like, I don't think there is a single album on this planet where I don't think there's one song that couldn't be skipped. That's probably that is my biggest music take in the world. I don't think there's a single album that I've listened to in my life where I was like all 12, all 19, how many ever songs are on that album. I don't think there's a single album where I was like, every song is a hit. Even like my favorite artists, I'm talking like J. Cole, I'm talking Nas, I'm talking that mystery man we won't mention. I'm talking like Tupac. Like there are so many like Kendrick Lamar. Like there are so many great artists. And I don't think anyone has a perfect album. I am just an icon. Yeah, no, that song hit. I don't think I ever watched the music video. I need to figure out, actually, how to stream on my desktop. So I did a stream, what was that, 2 weeks ago at this point? I did a stream 2 weeks ago, and I tried to go live on my desktop, and I was able to go live on my desktop, but the VOD got deleted. I just couldn't do anything with it. And I didn't delete it. Like YouTube did some weird stuff. And like I can get access to the video, but like I can't play it. I can't share it. So it's just like stuck in like some weird limbo space. But if I can get it on my desktop, that would be beautiful. And I'm not real tech savvy like that. I do what I can do, but I ain't the most tech savvy person in the world for real. Oh, that's where I was going with that. The Nike Air Force One dirty whatever they was trying to go for, like the college girl who has a pair of Air Forces who cooked them to death. Listen, Nike has already reported that they're kind of in a struggling space. I don't know if any of y'all are invested into the stock market, but I remember a time when when I started investing into companies. I remember when Nike was out of my price range. It was like trading at $129 a share for a Nike share. That shit trading for like $52 now. And I think people are starting to realize, I mean, one, there are so many people in the space now. Like New Balance to me has always been on their A game, but like New Balance is like the giant right now, in my opinion. I think New Balance is the giant when it comes to like getting releases out, collabing with the right people, keeping their name relevant, testing and doing new things, and aligning themselves with the right partners. Like New Balance, that run from 2020, yeah, from 2020, because I think that's when like the 550s came out. New Balance from 2020 up until 2025, that's a legendary run. They've had people in the chokehold. And I'm not saying Nike is just irrelevant because like they had the Nigels, they've had a bunch of great shoes, but like they're kind of lost right now. I feel like they are not what they like, the innovation aspect, doing new and different things, aligning with the right people. Like there's no reason, you cannot tell me there's not a reason, or there's a reason why Travis Scott has like 8 collabs with them. That shit dirt, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, and I hate to be so like, I hate to be so like aggressive with it, but like Travis Scott they need to cancel that, bro. Let that just be something that was like, cause I remember when that reverse swoosh came out, that brown pair, and like the hype that I felt for that, it was out of this world, bro. I was like, oh, they know they going crazy. They are going crazy with this collab. And then came out with another one. I'm like, okay. Fragments, Travis Scott, reverse swoosh. They got the blue joints. They got the low top joints. I'm like, okay, they still cooking. Then they did it again. Then they gave him another silhouette. And it was like, okay, cool. Like another silhouette. Okay, they trying to switch it up. They're not trying to play too much on the reverse swoosh. Then they got another one. Then you got another one. And then you got another one. It's like, bro, Nike needs to understand, and I think a lot of sneaker companies need to understand, y'all need to know when to stop. Y'all need to learn when to pack that shit up and let it go. Because you start tarnishing the name. I think New Balance, to use New Balance as an example, to not continue to shit on Nike, New Balance ran the 550s into the dirt, bro. And I remember the hype for the 550s. Like I was there when it kicked off. I was like, oh shit, like they going crazy. They revisiting a silhouette that was from the back in the days. Like this is about to be crazy. They did it with ALD. They had the red, they had the green joints. Like I was like, oh, these are fire. They are going crazy right now. Then they did more colorways, more collabs. Kept pushing them out, kept pushing them out. And now 550s are like honestly like a gag shoe. They almost like live in the same space of like a Reebok Destroyer or like a Panda Dunk, for example. Like these companies need to realize, I get they're probably like the quick cash grabs, but like you almost start tarnishing the name of your company by constantly pumping the market with bullshit. And obviously I love Nike. I have a bunch of Nike shoes. Again, I just showed the Jordan 4 calls. Like I love the brand, but I feel like they're so lost in the sauce. Like no one wants another variation of a Jordan 1. Maybe if they're unions, maybe if they're, some off-whites, because I saw that they're doing like the canary yellow off-whites at the end of this year. Like people might get those. I might even pique interest of getting those. But like you oversaturated the market with it, bro. And like you could only do that for so long before people start saying like, I'm kind of burnt out on these. And the sick thing about it, growing up, as I can see, bro, I could get. Growing up, I remember like, because I would say right now, people will say the Jordan 1, the 4 are like the main staples right now, in my opinion. Like the Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s, and Dunks are like the staples of the company. But like growing up, bro, like people were dying for Aqua 8s. People were dying for some 7s. People were dying for 14s, 15s, 11s. Cool grades, bro. I feel like they've forgotten so many of their great silhouettes, focusing so much about the Jordan 1, focusing so much on the Dunk, focusing so much on their Jordan 4. And again, those are great silhouettes. Those are going to be staples in everyone's closet. Everyone's going to have like, you know, a Chicago if you're a sneakerhead. Everyone's going to have a pair of like some off-white. Like, it's just like, y'all have so many other great silhouettes. And I think they're kind of getting back into it now. But y'all have so many great silhouettes that y'all just forgot about, bro. Like, there are so many great Jordan silhouettes that, like, you don't need to pump the market with so many, like, Jordan 1s, bro. Like, I'm personally burnt out on Jordan 1s. I'm personally burnt out on Dunks. And, like, high school me, college me, I would have slimed one of my homies out for a pair of Dunks, truthfully. Oh, slime, bro. I would have dropped a low on my partner for. Come on now. So yeah, it's the Air Force Ones, the dirty Air Force Ones where you gotta wear them and they'll clean up themselves. Listen, I get it for a moment. It's funny. Like, that's crazy. You got some dirty Air Force Ones. But like, that's not gonna save the company, bro. Like, people want innovation. People want cool shit. That's why I think the Nigels were so successful, because like it had a story, dope colorways. You actually gave like, maybe what I'm trying to say is when you partner with the right people who have a story, who have a connecting feel to like sneakers, that's how you know like, okay, this is a good partnership. Like they can build on the story. There's something meaningful here versus just like, oh, another reverse swoosh. Like, oh shit, like it's over with, bro. No one's hype anymore about the reverse swoosh. Simple. If I was to rank sneaker companies right now, like this, okay, before I go to that, it's like the same thing as like the Wells Bonners, Adidas Sambas. Like, bro, like those are fire starting out. Gas, like truly, they were fire. Then they did another collab. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I got some other colorways. I did kind of want it in that color instead. Then they dropped another one. It's like, okay, fire. Then they dropped another one. Then they dropped another one. Then they dropped another colorway. Then another colorway. And it's like, bro, like now I view Sambas, or especially the like Wells Bonner ones, I view that as like not a gag shoe, but it's just like, I don't care anymore. Like, you made me not care about these shoes because you've polluted the market with these shoes. And I know that's a very like niche take. I know people still love these shoes. That's just my personal take and what I see. I'm more interested in the shoes that's like, I'm more interested in the silhouettes that's not getting love. I'm more interested in the silhouettes that people aren't wearing, are like the ones that I think are dope, but just aren't getting like the attention. Like I like those type of sneakers. I think that's why I still heavily love Kiko Asics, because like I don't see anything like that, bro. If I step outside in my gel infinities, I know I'm like one of like maybe 1,000. Like I know I'm not rocking something that the next person to me is rocking, and that's what I love. I don't like to rock stuff that people are already rocking. That's just my take. Y'all ain't gotta have that take. That's just me. God damn it. So at this point, I'll go for a full hour and just yeah. Yeah, the Nike thing. Actually, let's just go to Hypebeast. What's currently trending on? My head look fucking huge. Jesus. I gotta hide that motherfucker. God damn. Whoa, this music is a little too sensual. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? It's like new clothes. Nah, facts. Where are you from? Where's everyone from? I'm always curious what people are from in here. What city or what state you from? I don't want to get too police. I ain't want to get all your business out there. Um, exclusive. Okay, interesting. Another thing, I kind of fell off with doing consistent cloth talks because I was really like last year. Okay, Milwaukee for sure. I don't think I know a single person from Milwaukee. I don't think so. I don't think I ever met someone from Milwaukee. Um, I kind of fell off doing the consistent cloth talks because last year I interviewed a lot of people, whether it just be mutuals, people that I really wanted to talk to, and I almost feel like I attacked too many people last year. I feel like I attacked too many people. And then like when I was trying to go into this year, trying to figure out who I wanted to interview for Cloth Talk, I feel like I was, hitting kind of a roadblock. But I'm about to ramp that back up because I feel like I was only limiting myself to the US. I don't know why. Obviously, for obvious reasons, maybe like language barriers and all that. But there's a few people that I'm gonna reach out to, that are on the other side of the world, like in the UK and all that, that I think have really interesting takes. So I'm about to get back into like the Cloud Talk bag and expand outside of the US, which also I think would just be dope because like I don't really get too many experiences with people who currently do not live in the States. And I know that the world of streetwear and the world of fashion is bigger than just the US for sure. So I think I don't know why I even put that limiter on myself, but yeah, going into this year, I might start curating a list of people on that side of the world to bring on. And I think that just give me a greater perspective too, just like what's currently going on, what's trending, in different countries and all that. So it's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the camera. Looking forward to Cloth Talks. I think honestly, I really genuinely think like the camera situation was kind of weighing heavy on my mind. So I kind of like almost like not fell out of love with doing content because like I love doing it, but like knowing that my camera quality wasn't where I wanted it to be, I was kind of always like conscious of that. So I wasn't really enjoying it so much because like I was like, damn, the quality sucks. I wish I could do a little something to, trying to work on the exporting maybe. Like, how can I fix it? So now that I know that the new camera's on the way and things like that, I think like it's gonna be a different level of like content that's about to be coming out. And the plan is, got this new camera. I'm gonna buy a backup camera that's not as expensive. I'm gonna have a backup camera so I can like not put so much like stress on that camera because I feel like ultimately that's what happened with this one. Like I've had it for 3 years. I put some like every video on my YouTube channel since 2022 was recorded off of this. So this is like going on a solid 3 years of wear and constant use. Yeah, nah. I probably fried it, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bug. I probably fried it. And this is what I mean, bro. I'm gonna turn the camera. It's like you scroll Hypebeast and it's like, oh, Jordan 1. It's like, oh, there goes a dunk. And it's like, oh, where is it at? I just saw it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? No, I lost it. But like, it's just like, there's so much focus on those silhouettes, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? Where is Something works. I'm starting to see a lot of Kobe's getting pushed too. I don't know how that really works out, but I'm starting to see a lot of Kobe's on the market. Just like releases. They're like dropping like crazy. What they need to do, which I don't know why they even stopped this. LeBron used to have a lot of good shoes, bro. Like the designs were actually pretty great. Like the Big Bangs, I would still rock those to this day. Like if I just had a bunch of discretionary funds, I would probably go online right now to find a pair of Big Bang LeBrons, and I would cop them. Somebody else who had a lot of great shoes that they could probably start retroing to get like some of those people like early sneakerheads back is KD. KD had a bunch of colorways. I'm talking like the weather maps. Am I thinking the right ones? Let me see. KD weather maps. Weathermans. Man, I wanted a pair of Weathermans so bad. He had the copper joints. Like, there are so many things that I feel like Nike might think like, oh, people aren't interested in that. That's currently not trending. But I feel like that's what made the company great. Like, they were doing stuff in the head of the bell curve when it came to sneakers. And then, I don't know, like, everybody just started focusing on hype too much. Like, tell a good story. Put out a good silhouette. Just put out a good shoe, goddammit. Brain Dead Adidas. Oh, I didn't even rank the shoe. Jesus. My mind be fried. If I was to rank the current sneaker companies at the moment, and this is my personal list, I would probably put New Balance right here because they're just aligning them. New Balance is aligning themselves with so many dope creatives, so many great like just brands. They're putting out crazy colorways. They're pushing the bound. Like they don't feel like the same thing repeated. Like a lot of these New Balances coming out are just fire. So New Balance is in the #1 slot. #2, without a doubt, Asics. Asics, come on now. Like Asics is like the sleeper that people aren't really paying attention to. Like they are, but like they had the Vandy, the pink Asics that just came out maybe like a week or two ago. Those are fire. And I didn't really see any commotion about those shoes. They're dropping the second colorway, I want to say in June or July. But like those shoes were fire. And I didn't see any hype around those shoes. Obviously, Kiko is killing it at Asics. Like, I don't know where I was going. Like, Asics is right there. #2 slot, Asics without a doubt, bro. Again, my personal list. #3, gotta keep it real. You probably think it's gonna be Nike. It's not Nike, bro. It's going to be Adidas, bro. Adidas low-key been stepping up their game. For a minute, Adidas wasn't like, it wasn't even in like my head to get a pair of Adidas. I wasn't even thinking about it, bro. I was like, like what they got? Samba's like, what am I only gonna rock Samba's? Like, that's terrible. But like this pair right here that I'm just looking at, like look at this lineup. These are fire. And I had a pair of these shoes because my homie used to work at Adidas in San Francisco. I had a pair of shoes like this. These are gas. These are gas. Very on trend. Those are okay. Those are not okay. But like, hold on now. What's that little sliver of the shoe? Right here? Yeah. I think it's called like the Taekwondo. Yeah, I don't know. What is this? It's fucking Rey Mysterio? So, New Balance, Asics, Adidas, bro. Just keeping it a buck. Adidas been on their game lately. And they've been quietly doing it. They haven't been really, you know, like you ain't really seen too much going on, but like I feel like they are definitely doing something right now. Then it would go Nike. And then under Nike, I would do Saucony. Because Saucony, bro, again, Saucony is a sleeper, bro. Saucony is the sleeper. And I wish I could put it higher. But I don't think they're not doing enough what's the word I'm looking for? They're not doing enough boundary pushing. Like I think we saw it with like the J Tips and the Star Cow or Star Crow, the Star Cows. Like with those collabs last year, I think people started to put Saucony on their radar. But they're a sleeper, bro. And they go surprise you, bro. I'm telling you, Saucony is definitely one of them ones. And then Reebok. I wish Reebok would do better. Truthfully, I really wish Reebok would do better because they have the capabilities to do it. I mean, the company's been around for how long? And they have iconic silhouettes. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Damn, I forget the name of like the Club C. The Club C is bro, like they did like the Club C with Jown, but like nobody wants a Jown Club C, bro. I'm keeping it a buck. Nobody wants that. Yeah, nah, New Balance is killing it, bro. Look at these. I want these bad. Like what? Look at these. New Balance is going crazy. Yeah, I really wish Reebok would do better because they have the capabilities to. I don't know why they aren't. They should be doing what every other company is currently doing at the moment, like aligning yourself with the right people, find that, rose in the crowd, and get somebody on the team who can really have has the voice. Like, come on, bro. Look at these New Balance shoes. For the summer? Come on, bro. You know what it is. Yeah, I want Reebok to be better. Yeah, bro. And A6 got another Jown collection on the way. Then they had the Cortez Nike 95s. Oh, these look dope. These almost look like the Wells Bonners. We got 3 minutes, gang, before I end this live. This is dope. I fuck with this. And if you were in here, I fuck with you. I appreciate you tuning in. Because usually, I think I just need to, maybe I should start announcing when I go live. I think that'll probably have people trickle in here. I just be doing stuff on the fly because I work and my schedule doesn't always line up to have a set schedule. But I definitely want to go live more. It's a different level of interaction being on live. Dude, what the fuck? I love that my computer's asking me, are you human? Like what? Come on, bro. Let's be for real. You're the wrong one to be asking me if I'm human. I guess to sum it all up, really excited for this new camera. I think it's gonna elevate the content. I got a microphone, so I'm no longer gonna have to hold my phone and talk into my phone and transfer. Everything's gonna be a little bit, more synced up. And I'm ready to take the content to another level. Truly investing into what I got going on is if you don't really at the end of the day, I think it's me just taking a chance on myself. And I think that's what is going to be big for me going into into this year. That was a big thing, and I definitely going into next year is going to be a big thing. It's investing more into myself, investing into the equipment, investing into what actually matters. But yeah, man, I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. I truthfully did not expect to go live for a full hour. That's crazy to me. But more lives to come because I really like this format. I could be a little bit more raw, you know, a little bit more, like you can see more of like, you know, me versus like, the reason that I like these sneakers truthfully is because like they're so great. They're so amazing. I just love them so much. Like, and I'm clipping it up and then you're only seeing like the good takes and you don't see the outtakes. You don't see me fucking getting a brain fart and just being quiet for a minute. It's funny because somebody came in here and then they laughed. I probably scared them off. Also, kicking it while the playoffs are on. Oh, good shit. Um, Again, another reason I like this because like I can put out longer content without having to do so much editing. Again, I am so close to reaching that next stage of monetization on my YouTube. I think I'm like 40 hours away from like getting that, you know, next step. So that's why I be telling y'all to stay tuned and, you know, watch the full video in total because that really helps out. But yeah, man, it's already an extra minute on. So without a further ado, like I always do, I catch y'all on the next one. And it's kind of awkward now because I tried to end it off, but like I didn't end the live. So now you see me trying to end it